Oh wow, it feels so good to be back at home, back on this bed, talking to this camera. I have finished my first year at UC Berkeley as a transfer student, and boy did it go by so fast. And if you guys are a little bit confused or don't know who I am, my name is Crystal. I do women's and men's fashion videos. So if you are interested, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You will not be disappointed, I promise. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about how I balance my social and academic life while at UC Berkeley. So please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and let's get started. Okay, so if I were to talk about my entire academic career at UC Berkeley all at once, it'll be very confusing on how I balance everything. So I've created categories, very simple: academic, extracurricular, and social life. So let us begin. So academics. So this semester I took 4 classes, so that ended up being 16 units. So I was a full-time student. And within those classes I had Monday through Friday, but that Friday class was only 1 class and it was for an hour, so it was super simple, super easy. The only way I was able to balance all my academics was using Google Calendar. Google Calendar saved my life the entire semester. It kept me organized and it made me make sure I was on top of everything. So when I first got my syllabi for each of my classes, I went ahead and wrote down my GSI's office hours, which is grad student in charge, my professor's office hours, when exams, quizzes, papers, projects, all of that were due. And so I put that all on my Google Calendar, and I also had it on my phone so I'd receive notifications. But on top of that, I also did a printout of everything that was due. And if you guys watch my UC Berkeley dorm tour video, which I'll put a link right here, you will see on my corkboard there's a little wiggly, squiggly little piece of paper, and that piece of paper had every assignment due for the entire semester. So being able to physically see it in multiple areas of my life made me make sure I was on top of everything, and it was super helpful. And I never had those moments where something snuck up on me because I always knew when things were due, so it was really nice. And also within my Google Calendar where my classes and discussions were, I was able to pick out when I'd have time to do studying and reading. So for instance, my Mondays and Wednesdays were my lighter days, so I would have a 3-hour gap between my discussion classes. So within those gaps I would do reading, I would take notes. So that's kind of how I stayed on top of my academics throughout the semester and made sure I was focused and stayed on top of everything. Now we're going to talk about my extracurricular portion of my academic life. So for extracurriculars, I was very busy this semester, but I loved every moment of it. It was so worth it. It was amazing experiences that I had. Also, a little note, because going to UC Berkeley, I didn't know this was a thing, but when you want to join a club, so you out there, prospective UC Berkeley student, or you already got in and you're looking for more information about UC Berkeley, let me tell you, to join a club that you really enjoy, that you're deeply passionate about, you, my friend, have to fill out an application for that club. And I know, you're ready to just embark on the world and you still have to apply for a club that you really want to be in, which is a little bit frustrating, but just go ahead and do it. So the first thing I was a part of, I had to interview for and apply multiple times, is Business, Careers, and Entertainment, also known as BCEC. So for those, we had meetings every other Monday or so, on top of networking events on Thursdays. So basically the club was primarily around networking and building your young professional self for the workforce, for internships and jobs. So I'm going to be in it next semester. It's such a great club. It really helped me build those skills for the professional world. And then also I am in a sorority, which again, in my I Am Back video, I told you guys it was something I never thought I would ever sign up for. I actually signed up the last day, 3 hours before it was due. And you know, I mean, it's college, and I was like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and sign up, see how it is, and honestly, I ended up loving it, and I'm in Kappa Kappa Gamma, and I love it. It's such an amazing organization. All the girls I've met are amazing. Sonia, that was in my I Am Back video, is also in my sorority, so I met so many great people, but within that, we also have meetings every Monday, and those are mandatory. And so balancing that with BCEC, I would kind of have to plan ahead and split my time between both when I'd have meetings on those same days. I'm also on chapter council, and I'm a Pan-Hellenic delegate for my house, so I'm basically the face of my house, and we have meetings every other Wednesday. And on top of my chapter council position within my house, I have meetings for that every Sunday, so I also have to make sure I allot time for those meetings Sundays. I delegate meetings every other Wednesday, Kappa meetings Monday, BCEC meetings while having academics. And also I was a spring semester intern for a app app, and that also consumed my life. But that was really nice being an intern for an app because I actually got to work from school, so I didn't have to go anywhere, and I met with the creators on campus a lot, so it was really cool. And so I had an internship as well, and it was super fun to see how people are using it. And the whole backside behind an application on your phone is so mind-blowing and was so interesting, and that internship was awesome, and it went by super fast, but it was such a great experience. So yes, my extracurriculars, BCEC, Kappa, chapter council for my sorority, on top of the internship that I had, and this was all for my spring semester. So again, what helped me balance everything was my Google Calendar, because all of my meetings were thrown into my Google Calendar as well, so I knew what was going on. I made sure my calendar was always up to date because I didn't want to miss anything. So it kept me very proactive. And I love being challenged. Honestly, it's the most fulfilling thing, because once you get it done, you're like, holy crap, I killed it. It was such a great semester, and I wouldn't have done it any other way. Okay, and lastly, we have the social slice of my academic career, how I balance social life, academic, extracurriculars. And let me tell you, it's really nice when you have options to do things socially and you have friends that are wanting to do things and go out and have fun. I had my sorority and I had my friends in my dorm. So my dorm, again, my UC Berkeley dorm tour will be up here and in the description. My floor in Maximino Martinez Commons was fantastic. Everyone knew each other and it was such a blast. My RA, she was awesome. My next door neighbors, my floor mates, we all became such great friends. My roommate, of course, we all became such great friends. I'm just really fortunate that I was able to get a dorm floor with all junior transfers, and it was so nice. For me, I honestly lived in our study room. We had a study room on our floor, and I'd be in there all the time. You would see me on weekends till 3 a.m. I would just be there. I would live there. I literally would bring my Brita, my snacks, my laptop charger, and just get my work done every single weekend, and everyone knew that. And it was nice because I'd have my friends come over and be like, hey, let's go do something. They'd pull me out of the study room for a little break. We'd play games, we'd hang out in each other's rooms, play music, just chill. And it was nice not having to dress up and get ready and go out. And the memories we've created are just such memorable experiences that I would never take back for the world. I love all my floor mates, so if you're watching, hey. And then I also have the second half of my social life, being in Kappa, being in a sorority, where we have internal and external philanthropy events. So internal would be ones we'd run it and others would come to us for the event. And then we'd have external, which gave us the option to go to other sororities and fraternities and partake in their philanthropy events, which was also super fun. And not only did we have philanthropy events, we also had the option to go to frat parties on weekends. But for those that were 21 or had fake IDs, parties started on Thursdays. Everyone would go to Triple Rock for Thirsty Thursdays or Kips, and my weekends would technically start on Fridays and Saturdays. There was no parties on Sundays. We'd get a list and times of frat parties, and then we'd get bids to go to them. I know the row and parties are different at certain schools or most schools, but for UC Berkeley, we'd get bids to get into parties, and then you'd get checked by security to make sure you had a bid. It was a whole thing. And also, the frat parties are completely optional. No one forces you to go to them. So if you didn't want to go, no one's forcing you. So it's okay. There's no peer pressure. Just have a good time. Be yourself. Do your thing. So I hope this helped you see how I balance my life. It was a lot, honestly, but I love being challenged, and this year at UC Berkeley was fantastic. And honestly, you guys, if you have any questions pertaining to anything college related, community college, please feel free to leave a comment. I'm here for you. I love, again, I've said this so many times, I love being able to help anyone I can. Please, even if you think it's silly, you can just message me on Instagram, Tumblr, Twitter, do whatever you gotta do. If you really have a pressing question that you don't feel like you want to post on the comments of this video, just go ahead and send it to me personally. I have an email as well. All my social media will be down below. I'm here for you. So that's really how I balance my life. You know, Google Calendar saved my life. Google Calendar was my life. And just being realistic and not going too over my head, and honestly just doing college and doing college well and having no regrets and never saying no. Well, it depends on what you say no to, but I love college. Literally like Asher Roth. Okay, I'm done now. I will see you next Friday. Again, new videos are every Friday at 12 p.m. I love you all. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye!